Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Jade here. I wanted to come and talk to you guys about Doge and crypto and try to give you a little bit of insight about what's going on, what the hell is happening, and what you can do to get in. Everybody's totally confused right now. So many people are making money. So many people are trying to get in. They're confused. They don't know what to do. They're hearing about it, but they don't know where to start. So this video is not meant to be a super in-depth, super duper step-by-step detailed tutorial on what to do, how to do it, and where to do it, but more so a general overview about where you need to go, what you need to do, and what's going on currently in the financial world and how it can benefit you. So what's going on right now is that cryptocurrency is currently in a crazy fucking boom. What the fuck is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is digital money. It is a digital form of payment, and what makes cryptocurrency so valuable is that it is a very secure form of payment. You cannot be tracked when making crypto purchases. You cannot be tracked when transferring crypto. It is used for secure peer-to-peer interactions and transactions. So this means that the government, the IRS, your bank, nobody has access to your purchases and where they're going or what you're getting with your money, with your crypto. That's why crypto is so popular. That's why it is worth so much. That's why it seems to have suddenly came out the blue and taken over. Do y'all understand? So Bitcoin, for example, was one of the first most popular cryptos created back in 2011, and it has grown in popularity over time. It started off at about 1 cent, less than a cent, and now it's worth almost $60,000 as of this video. So the upside to cryptocurrency is that no one can track you, and you can do pretty much whatever you want with your purchases. And the downside to that is that bad people can do bad things with that, who have bad intentions. But honestly, you as a civilian who is law-abiding, I assume, and not doing anything illegal, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Crypto is completely legal for you to use here in the United States. Can't speak for anywhere else, so long as you are not doing anything illegal with it. Dogecoin is I think it's pronounced Dogecoin. I don't really fucking know. I've never heard anybody pronounce it out loud. I don't give a fuck, and you shouldn't give a fuck either, as long as you're making some change. But anyway, Dogecoin was a meme coin created back in 2013. It was based off the Shiba Inu dog meme. It was just meant to be a joke. It was never meant to be anything that was taken too seriously. However, we the people, we have power, and if people decide that something should have value, then that's what we can do. And so what happened was people decided that they wanted to put their money and their stock in the Dogecoin. They wanted to drive up the price and the value of Dogecoin, especially because since it started out as a meme coin, it would be even more ironic and more funny for a meme coin to suddenly have so much value, real life value, something that came from a meme. But guess what? Now it does have value. Dogecoin was, around 10 cents around January 2021. If you had put in $1,000 January 2021, as of this video, you would have made over $100,000 in USD. You could have cashed that out in cold, hard cash. Dogecoin, a lot of people think that it's not a real coin. It's not actually valuable because it started out as a joke, blah blah. But the thing is, the people have given it value. They have given it power, and that's why it's so popular now. That's why it's so doing well so now. That's why we're even making this video right now. Why I'm making this video for you, because it's gotten so crazy popular and you need to know about it. Another thing that's making Dogecoin so fucking popular is that right now it is still very cheap. It is under $1 per share, which means that any old Joe with maybe 10, 20, 30, 50, or even $100 could get a decent enough portion of Dogecoin, because it costs only pennies, really. So imagine what you could do if you had $1,000, $2,000, or even $10,000 to put into Dogecoin right now when it's only worth pennies. Because the way that stocks work is that you buy it when it's at a certain price, and then as that stock price goes up, so do the stocks that you now already own. So if I were to have bought Dogecoin for 10 cents and I bought $100 worth, and if Dogecoin went up to 20 cents, that means it has doubled, which means that my $100 would have doubled to $200. So imagine if that would have been $2,000 or $3,000, it would have doubled just like that. And so from 10 cents all the way up to 69 cents, the highest point that Dogecoin has reached this week was 69 cents. From 10 cents to 69 cents, you do the math on that. That's well over, I think, $20,000, $40,000 if you would have put in $10,000 when it was worth 10 cents. It's a lot of fucking money. Very, like, it's a lot of money. Like, I don't even know if y'all understand how much money this is. Like, it's just sitting there. And now you're saying, okay, Jade, I understand what cryptocurrency is. I understand why it's valuable. So, and I understand what Dogecoin is. Should I invest in it? Let me just delete that one. Just delete that one. And now you're saying, okay, Jade, I understand what cryptocurrency is, and I understand why it is valuable to the world and why people are seeking it out as a replacement to regular finances that we know today, to paper money. Okay, Jade, I understand what Dogecoin is, and I understand where it came from, but should I put some money in it? Should you invest in it? Should you invest in Dogecoin? This is up to you. Do you think personally that Dogecoin has long-term capabilities? Personally, I do, and I have invested in Dogecoin, and many other people have as well. But you should do your own research. Read other people's opinions on Dogecoin. Read articles. Check out the YouTube videos. Make sure that you are making a well-informed decision before investing your money in anything. This goes for any stock. You will always want to make a well-informed decision. Doge is a very volatile coin. What does that mean? It means that the price goes up and it goes way down. So this can impact your finances. But if you are somebody like myself who plans on holding it for a very long time, then the daily ups and downs of the coin don't really matter, because all that matters is what happens at the end result when it's finally time for you to take it out. Is the price going to be high or is the price going to be low? And since you're holding out long term, then you most likely fully believe that the price will be high. You should check out Doge's competitors, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana coin. There are so many different cryptocurrencies out on the market right now. Doge is not the only coin that you need to invest in. Just because there is a lot of hype surrounding it does not mean that it is your only option. I highly encourage you to look into other coins, see what they're about, what is their purpose, what types of people are backing them, who's buying into them, what are their creators saying, who are their creators, and why did they create the coin, to see if this is something that you believe will have long-term legend, whatever. I don't even fucking know. You get the word I'm trying to use, to see if you can make a fucking profit in the long term, because that's what this is all about. It's all about making a profit. Don't let anybody try to convince you that, oh my gosh, you only want Dogecoin for the money, because it's all about money. Like, what the fuck? So just so y'all know. And then the next question is, how much should you put in? Should you put in 100, 200? Maybe you have a family member that just passed away and left you a huge inheritance, and now you've got an extra $10,000 you don't even know what to do with. Should you put it into Dogecoin? That will be up to you. Are you willing to lose it? Is it okay if you lose it? Will you be okay if you lose it? You always have to think about the possibilities, because every investment is a risk. When you're playing with the stock market, when you're playing with cryptocurrencies, every investment is a risk. It doesn't mean, don't think that when you hear the word risk, it automatically means, oh my gosh, bad things could just oh my God. Like, you have to do your own research, and once you have seen a certain pattern that you find favorable, or found a reason that you believe is good enough for you to invest in, then you will not feel as if you're taking a risk anymore. For me, myself personally, I use astrology to help aid me in my financial decisions. I use what's called horary astrology. It's when you ask a certain question and then you look at the planets for where they are at the time and location that you ask that question, so you can see what the answer is. So for example, I asked a horary question. I asked, would Doge eventually reach $1? The answer I got personally was yes. So for me, I will be holding Doge to $1. You can use other methods of making your own decisions. You can use straight research. You can use friends' opinions. You can just go to an app or go to a stock website, and you can look at the trends of that coin or of that stock and see what type of patterns does it has. Go and see when is the last time that it had a huge boost? What was going on around then? Did a huge billionaire like Elon Musk talk about it and send the price up? Or did something else happen? Did it suddenly find a lot of popularity on TikTok? See when is the last time it had a huge downfall and a huge decrease? What happened? For example, today, Peloton, the bike company for the treadmills, they recalled every single Peloton treadmill because they did not comply with certain rules and regulations set forth by the government. And as a result, one child died and 70 others were injured. And so they've had to recall their entire product and merchandise. Their whole entire line is on recall. That is awful for their fucking stock. You do not want to have Peloton stock right now. And anybody who had been keeping up with Peloton, who knew that they were in a battle with the government to not change those standards and regulations on their machines, could have seen this coming from a mile away. That's why it's going to be important for you to keep up with the news of what's going on with your stock. Who's talking about your stock? Who's investing in your stock? Is it going up? Is it going down? You will have to check on it. Now, if you're just at that place where you can invest something and you cannot have to worry about it, then you don't have to worry about shit. It's totally fine. But for those of you that can't, then this is what you will have to do. Now I'm going to tell you about what's called a dip. You will hear people talking about dips a lot. A dip occurs when the value of a stock or cryptocurrency momentarily takes a decrease in the price. And so during that time, it is very advisable for you to try to get in, buy as much as you want or as much as you can, because then when the price goes back up, you have made an even larger profit than what you would have made if you would have bought it at a higher price. Do you understand? If I buy something for 10 cents and then it goes up to 50 cents, that means 50 minus 10 is 40. That means I just made a 40-cent return on every single share that I own. If I have 1,000 shares, then we multiply 40 cents times 1,000, and that's all the money I've made off that. I don't know the exact math on that calculation I use. It's just an example. But if I miss the dip and I buy something for 40 cents a share, and over the last couple of months, it's only gone up 5 cents, I've not really made any money at all. You do not only have to wait for dips to make money. Myself, for example, Doge was going crazy just yesterday, and I wondered if I should wait for a dip to put in some extra money before Elon Musk's SNL's performance on May the 8th. And I consulted a horary, the Astrology, and it said that Doge was not going to take another dip before May 8th. And sure enough, it has not. As of this recording, Doge has continued to climb in between 59, 69, above the 60s all day today. And so last night I went ahead and put in that money, so I have got to profit off of that continuous climb that happened today. A high investment will give you a high reward. If you only put in a little, you're only going to get a little back, unless you got in on a coin or a stock very, very early when it was worth very little. When it's worth very little, then a 10, 50, 100, or $200 goes such a long way. $200 or even $50 into Bitcoin back in 2011 would have made you, you'd have been very, very crazy rich right now, believe me, off just 50 or 10 or whatever dollars, right? But thing like right now, if you try to buy into Bitcoin, you're not going to see that big of a return or of investment because Bitcoin already costs so much money. So you would have to put in almost $60,000 for a whole coin to see the biggest return imaginable, right? For multiple whole coins. Or you can put in 10, 20, 30, 100, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and you can see a decent enough return because Bitcoin is steadily increasing. And it's less volatile than what it was currently. So to recap that, a high investment yields a high reward. A low investment may not yield as high of a reward unless you got in early. Then the next question becomes, when should you take out your Doge? Should you cash it out when you have $10,000? Should you cash it out when you've made an extra $100? This is up for you to decide. You need to have a plan for what you want to do with your money. It doesn't have to be anything detailed and extensive. You just need to know, what are you even investing for in the first place? If you're somebody who got in on Doge early, then by now you could probably maybe buy yourself a car, something really nice. And if that's all you wanted and you're ready to cash out, then that's totally fine. If you're someone who sees Doge as a super duper long-term investment that's going to make you a millionaire, then you will be holding out until you feel you've hit adequate millions. I know a lady in one of my Facebook groups who invested $3,400 back in January. It has grown to over 40,000 currently, and because of the pattern of growth that her and her husband have seen with Doge, they will be waiting until it hits the millions. They have full confidence in Doge, and they have every right to do that and wait. Other people will be doing the same thing. Some people just see Doge as an opportunity, as a quick pump and dump, and that's totally okay too. What is a pump and dump? A pump and dump is when you put the money in with intentions of taking it back out very soon because you know the price will go up for whatever reason, and you'll capitalize off that short period of time and then take it out before the price can go back down, and you'll have netted a profit. I put money in the Doge, a big amount, for the first time on April the 16th. And as you guys know, from April the 16th to the beginning of May now, May 5th, 2021, Doge has skyrocketed since then. I could easily take out my profit and I have made just a bunch of money just from being in the know and knowing about what was going on, right? But I do have long-term faith in Doge, so I will be keeping my money in there hopefully until it hits well past $1. And then the last thing is Jade. All right, I've heard all this. I get it. I want to do it. How do I invest in Doge? You have some options. You can go straight to Doge's website, and they do offer a software where that you can download and you can buy Doge directly from that software. I personally have not used it, but it is ran by the official people who have created the coin, so it is a safe tool to use. You can use the popular app Robinhood. I will tell you that people have a problem with Robinhood because oftentimes on weeks like this where stock and crypto are going crazy, Robinhood has very slow servers, meaning the computers that run their website from wherever their headquarters is. Their servers are very slow, so they often get very, very slow on their app when a bunch of people are trying to invest at the same time. This can be a bad thing because if the price drops dramatically and everybody's trying to rush in to buy it, you could miss your opportunity because their servers were going too slow. I personally have never ran into that problem. I have had very good experiences on Robinhood. So you can do with that information what you will. But I must tell you, on Robinhood in particular, regular stock is backed up by the SPIC or SIPC. I'm sorry. What that means is that the money is federally insured for regular stock, not cryptocurrency. But for cryptocurrency, there is no federal insurance. Your money is not federally insured with cryptocurrency. That is a risk. I am assuming that risk by purchasing Doge and Bitcoin, and you will assume the same risk as well if you decide to purchase. So that's why it's very important to watch out for your coins, watch out what's going on in the news, and just keep an eye on your money. You don't have to watch it hour by hour by hour by hour to see if you're going to lose your whole life savings, unless you're just really looking into like a volatile ass coin or something. But as long as you're checking a couple of times a day, maybe once or twice a day until you're at a comfortable position, then you'll be good. You'll be good. Another app that you can use is Binance.us. Binance is a cryptocurrency trading app that got really popular and caught a lot of traction. However, there is a US version and there is a version for other people because they had to make a different version to comply with US laws and regulations. So if you are in the US, if you want to use Binance to download and buy and sell and trade cryptocurrency or other stock, you will need to use Binance.us. And there are other websites like crypto.com. There's an app called Webull, Webull. There is Gemini, the exchange on there. That's a very popular trading system as well, especially if you are in New York. New Yorkers tend to have issues with trading coins currently, but Gemini is available for New Yorkers to use, and Gemini did recently just allow Dogecoin to be traded on their platform. When you go to these apps or these websites and you're ready to trade and put your money in there, you do not have to be confused. They will have step-by-step instructions available to you, how to sign up, where your name goes, where your social security number goes, where everything goes so that you can get your account set up. It will be very simple, very easy. I have not ran into anything that's overly complicated. All you have to do is know how to read the numbers for what you want if you want to keep it at its simplest terms. Now, go back. I did mention social security number. Why did I mention that? Because when you are cashing out on all that money that you're about to make, you have the option of going ahead and getting the taxes on it taken out when you cash out, or you can do it later. The company can do it for you, who's ever cashing out for you, if they offer that. But either way, it has to be reported to the IRS. So most places and services will, apps and things will ask for your social security to not only verify your identity, but to make sure they will be able to report your cash outs to the IRS. And that's kind of one of the things about owning the crypto and stuff in the first place. Currently, as of right now, there is no government regulation on it. So just owning it in general and making purchases with it, there ain't no IRS shit. There's nobody in your business. Ain't no hacker, ain't no government. And a lot of people really like the idea of that. You can currently buy a Tesla or a MacBook with cryptocurrency, with Dogecoin and with Bitcoin. It's really something to see right now, what you can do with these things. It's crazy, y'all. Like, I'm really mind blown at the way this shit is going. Here's another tip. It's always very helpful to have more than 2 wallets. What are wallets? Wallets are going to be the online things that you hold your money in, just like in real life. It's always good to have more than 2 because you never want to have all your eggs in one basket. So for example, like I told you earlier, Robinhood crypto is not backed up by the SIPC. So if something were to happen to Robinhood and the company were to go bankrupt, you would lose your money and your crypto, and it would not be backed up, and you would probably have a very difficult time recovering those funds. But if you had some on Robinhood, some on another platform, some here, some there, then you never have all your eggs in one basket in case something happens to one, or if there's a huge hacking situation, etc., etc. Another good reason for having more than one wallet is because, for example, what if you have $5,000 worth of Bitcoin on Robinhood and you just want to hold that and see it grow? You don't want to take it out, cash it out, mix and match, do this and that, put in and mess with it. You just want to let it sit there and see it grow. You can get another wallet, and that can be the wallet where you're buying and selling Bitcoin or Dogecoin constantly, or whatever coin you want it to be. And you're doing the pump and dump like I explained earlier. You're putting in money, you're getting it right back. You would do that in a separate wallet from the one that's holding your long-term investment. One important thing to remember about when you're doing your cryptocurrency and when you're trying to buy and sell it is that when you sign up for these apps, the initial verification process can take a few days. So be prepared for that, just in case. You might want to go ahead and just set up an account now, even if you are not sure yet whether you want to buy or not. You can go ahead and put money in there without actually buying anything. So that way, if the opportunity arises, you can already be prepared and ready, and you don't have to wait for an account to take 5 days to get verified in case a good price comes up and you want to buy immediately. Another thing to remember is that sometimes bank transfers can take a long time too, when you're transferring money from your bank to the apps and the website so that you can buy your crypto and your stocks. Robinhood is known for being a little slow with that, and I can personally vouch for that. It is very slow, but I have heard, I haven't used it, that Webull, I don't even know how to pronounce that shit, Webull is quite fast with that. And I've heard that Webull is also very good at alerting you when stocks go up and when they go down. Okay, so that is your crash course onto Dogecoin and cryptocurrency in general. All the information I just gave can pretty much be applied to any cryptocurrency. I just used Dogecoin as the popular example because it's what's going on right now. You guys need to remember that you have to make your own choices. All financial investments are your own. You can take opinions and advice from the internet, from your parents, from whoever, but all choices are your own. All investments are a risk. You have to be ready to assume the risk when you invest that money. You have to know what you're investing your money into. You need to make sure that you believe in what you're investing into so that you can get an adequate return on your money and see your profits grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will look at my other stuff. I am an astrologer. iJaadee on Twitter, iJaadee on Twitter, iJaadee Astro on Instagram. And I got a website coming. It's going to be called Nova Network with my business partner Ty. It's going to be great. If you are into astrology, spirituality, Reiki, tarot, any of those things, any of the healing or occult arts, please follow me on Twitter and check out my upcoming website.